Gender equality.
Overview. Gender equality has become an ongoing issue since the beginning of time. It is the state of equality regardless of gender, of having access to resources and opportunities, including participation within the economy and decision making. In 18 countries, husbands can legally prevent their wives from working. In 39 countries, daughters and sons do not have equal inheritance rights. And 49 countries lack laws protecting women from domestic violence. 1 in 5 women and girls between the ages of 15 to 49 have described being involved in physical or sexual violence by an intimate partner within a year period, and almost 50 countries currently have no laws protecting women from domestic violence.
Goals. End discrimination in all forms against women and girls everywhere. Eliminate all forms of violence against all women and girls. Eliminate all harmful practices, such as child, early and forced marriage, and female genital mutilation. Recognize and value unpaid care and domestic work through the provision of public services, infrastructure, and social protection policies, and the promotion of shared responsibility within the household and the family as nationally appropriate. Um, we want to ensure women's full and effective participation and equal opportunities for leadership at all levels in decision making, political, economic, and public life. We want to ensure universal access to sexual and reproductive health and reproductive rights. Also, undertake reforms to give women equal rights to economic resources as well as access to ownership and control over land and other forms of property. And finally, we would like to do this by enhancing the use and in technology, in particular information and communications technology, to promote the empowerment of women.
Partners. There are a lot of partners and groups that support women's rights, but these are the ones that stuck out the most. So, the National Organization for Women, they are the largest group of feminists across the United States. Since 1966, this organization has been taking action for equal rights between males and females. Equality Now, this organization was established to take part in the fight for women's rights and focuses on achieving legal and systematic change that addresses the violence and discrimination against women. International Planned Parenthood. This is another organization that supports women's rights, and they push for legal reforms which combat female genital mutilation, early forced marriage, and other forms of gender discrimination.
Critique. Although a lot of progress has been made in the last few years, there is definitely more that can be achieved. The government is paying attention to the movement but has prioritized other global issues before it, so it is not getting the attention that it needs to thrive. Gender equality needs to get support all over the world for real progress to be made. The issue needs to get its word out that it will improve our world today if this issue is to be resolved. If all of this can happen, then we can have a great advancement and all problems with gender equality can be resolved globally.
Progress. For over 30 years, the UNFPA has publicly supported women and girls of all ages, promoting legal and policy improvements and gender sensitive data collection that help women's and girls' health and expand their choices in life. Australian Gender Equality Council, or AGEC, brought together 17 industry groups to gather resources to attempt to bring the next generation that holds women's rights.
100 years after the first International Women's Day, more women are working, going to school, getting elected lawmakers. Getting elected. The number of women entering into politics and becoming lawmakers has doubled in the last 20 years, and receiving leadership positions than ever before. Laws around the world are changing every day to protect women from sexual assault and abuse.